Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Tuesday morning, and ain't God good, and won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will, oh, yes, he will. I know my listener probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, it's Tuesday morning, right? You know, when you wake up early or you wake up late, what's going through your head? I'm gonna tell you why things are going through your head. What if? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I say? What if I do? Life has a lot of what ifs. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard smiling and profiling, and finally realize y'all trying to size me up. Look, this morning when I woke up, I thought about people always ask me the question, why do you name your podcast What If? I said, the reason why, because life has a lot of what ifs. When you do things wrong, first thing come to mind, what if I did it this way? What if I didn't say that? What if I said this instead of saying that? Life has a lot of what ifs, right? What if I didn't tell my wife that I love her? Well, she left me. What if I didn't tell my husband he's the only man that I cared about? Would he stay? I'm just throwing that. I'm just playing that. Don't. But the truth of the matter is that life has a lot of what ifs, right? We go through certain things in our lives and stuff, right? And when things start to go wrong, when we start to go south, right? We always question ourselves: what if I did a different way? What if I did went a different direction? Would I still have the same problem that I'm having now? And that's the question that I pose to people, because I want you to know that you have a lot of options. Some options when you start getting inside the perfect storm, all that stuff goes out the window. Thinking straight, trying to do the right thing. You just spinning. You just spinning. You're out of control because you don't know what to do. You don't know how you're gonna land. You don't know what's about to happen. But I want to tell you this: just pump your brakes. Just pump your brakes. While you pump your brakes, you say, God, I thank you. God, I thank you. God, I thank you. God, I thank you. Until things start to slow down. When they slow down, you can start seeing things clearly. You can start to thinking straight. But what if I told you that no matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing: it's going to be okay. I can guarantee you that as long as you make God a part of your life. See, every time I do this podcast, it's not for me. It's for you. See, a lot of times people are afraid to tell their truths. But what if I told you that your truth can set somebody free? You free their mind, you free their body, you free their spirit. How can I free their mind, body, and spirit? All of them in one. Because so is the mind thinking, the body do it. I guess I'm saying that right. Like my kids said, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. When my kids come around me, my kids are always laughing. They said, Daddy, why do you joke all the time? So what if I didn't? How would you feel? I feel it wouldn't be you, Dad. I said, no, the reason why I joke, sweetheart, I don't joke all the time. I read the room, see what the room feels like. Sometimes you need somebody to come in and break the ice. Every time my wife and I would go to the store and everything, she said, you speak to everybody. I said, why should I speak to everybody? What if I didn't speak to everybody? What if I made somebody day? When they were struggling with something they was going through inside their mind, I said, hey, good morning. How are you? What if I told you, though, that I enjoy making people day? I enjoy just giving them a dose of hope. That's going to be okay. And sometimes people need that boost. Let them know, hey, you're not the only one that's going through what you're going through. Sometimes people feel that they're alone, and sometimes when they feel they're alone, they get to be feeling lonely. When they start getting feeling lonely, they feel like all hope is gone. Until Lee Craft step in the room. Good morning! Did I say that right? I think my throat kind of got, I'm going to scare my hell out of myself. But now, people, that's what it's about, though. I want you to never, ever give up on yourself. Because you got more work to do. So, now, I know I probably use more what ifs in this show than I probably use in all my shows. And my podcast is what if? But I give you some different scenarios about what if I did this? What if I did that? What did that? Because I tell my wife all the time, what if we didn't meet? You think you'll be happy? And don't answer that. I tell my wife and I, we laugh all the time. And majority of the time we laugh at ourselves. Because I often said that if you are unable to laugh at yourself, you have a long life to live because you're too sensitive to everything. You gotta pump your brakes and let things marinate. But what if I told you that God has a plan for you? You're gonna do what needs to be done, and only you know that between you and God. You probably say, Lee Craft, what you talking about, Lee Craft? I'm just telling you about me. God said, Lee Craft, you have it. I said, God, what is it? You have it, Lee. I said, what is it? He said, he's already void. No, but like I said, people, some of y'all have the it factor. Majority of y'all have the it factor. But a lot of times we don't know what it is. But like I said, once you start homing in on it, something that makes you happy, and when you're happy, it kind of spreads the love to everybody else. That's it. That's what I have. What if is my it factor. And I don't know when God gonna bless it to reach the masses, but I do know it's on the way. You probably say, how you know that? You don't know that. What if I told you I did? Would you believe me? What if I said, God said, know what, son? Your podcast is meant to reach people and give them a different side of the world. You talk to the regular John and Jane Doe. See, in my Father's house, you don't have to be famous. You're not famous because he's the only famous one. Huh? I'm just saying. I wrote a song, right? No, I ain't writing no song. I ain't say it because somebody might take me to jail. You don't have to be a star to be on my podcast. So, like I said, good people, with that being said, no matter what you're going through, I guarantee you one thing is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. And please, always have joy in your heart to take it wherever you go. Because you're going to go to a lot of places that have no joy at all. You say, Lee Craft, you wrong, Lee Craft. What if I told you what if I told you what I said was true? But you won't believe me until you have to what? Go see it for yourself. The proof's in the pudding. So, with that being said, this is Lee Craft. This is my podcast, What If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn the whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God